Blade Show. Tell us about this beast. Tell us about this beast. Best show ever. What makes TCal knives so special? We focus on extreme durability and ergonomics. Every blade is battle ready. We are live at Blade Show. Best show ever.
Howdy folks, this is Danny from BullDogSmithFarms and DannyLinksCalling. This is going to be a double video. It's going both places. All right, I'm going to read to y'all today a little bit from this book, the ScoutMaster Minute. But I'm going to tell you a little bit of story before I do. All right, I love watches. I don't have enough watches. And there's a couple small watch companies that I really like. It's probably a lot more, but I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And one of them is Ocean Crawler watches. They make very cool, you know, dive watches. They make a few other kinds, but they're amazing dive watches. There's another small company, one guy. These two companies are one guy, right? It's not a big factory. It's one guy, y'all, making watches. So, American, making these in America, right? I know Ocean Crawler uses Swiss movements. They're expensive watches. Griffith Watches is the other one, and they are very affordable watches, y'all. I mean, you know, maybe not Walmart $60 price watches, but Citizen, you know, your normal watch that you'll go buy as a gift for yourself or your husband or wife. So I really like promoting small companies. I did a post on Facebook last week to explain to my friends that I'm not a salesman. That for the most part, I get nothing out of this. I've here recently got a few knives sent to me, and I've got one flashlight sent to me, which is awesome because then I can make content with that, right? And I can see, is this something that I actually like and would promote and show? But this whole thing is not about that, y'all. This is exactly, I'm just going to tell you all the truth. I feel like when I was down, bedridden for a long time, my body had give up on me for the 6th time, almost died. The Lord said, well, use what you have. And that was my mind and my voice. My body, I couldn't do anything. One of the things he said, start researching knives. And then I met all these awesome people in the knife community. Another thing he said was promote small business. Small U.S. American businesses. Some of these things I show may come from China or somewhere else. Taiwan, you know, it makes knives all over the world. But mostly, I try to show American stuff. I can't get knife companies in America to send me nothing, so it's all just on what I buy. Well, that's limited, right? But that little voice, I don't know what I'm talking about, just said, just promote things that I bring to you. Just like things that come into my view, I don't think anything's a coincidence. And they appeal to me, I share them. All right? People are like, I saw your ad. Okay. I'm not an advertiser. I'm not a salesman, but I'm really good at promoting things that I really believe in. If you see something that I show, I really like it. If I show something and I didn't like it, you're going to find out, because I'm going to tell you, this thing is not worth your money. I'll tell you that too. For the most part, I'm showing stuff I bought that I like, you know. There's a few knives I've spent a lot of money on, and I'm like, that was not worth it. I'll tell you that. But not that it wasn't, isn't what it's supposed to be. I expected it to be something it wasn't, is usually the case. So I'm going to read from this, but let me tell you how I got it. All right. I'm watching a video because I like Griffith Watches, so I'm watching video, and he is on a trip to Dallas because somebody won a contest that he had, his 3,000 subscriber giveaway. He flew down there to give this guy a watch and have meet and eat dinner and break bread and all this stuff. Wish I could just show his video, because that would be cool. I'll see if I can link his video, because it's just a cool video. And he said when he was growing up, his Scoutmaster read from this book. And he has been involved in scouting his whole life, and it's been in leadership in scouting in the past. All right. So he said he had forgotten about the book for a couple decades, and then thought of it and looked it up and found it, and he bought him one, and he read a little excerpt from it, just a little 1 minute thing, not even a minute. A really good point about working hard that's in this book on page 14. So I just commented, I am going to get me one of the books and I'm going to read it on my YouTube. And he said, I'm going to send you one. And I was like, wow, awesome, cool, right? That is so kind. Well, it came in the mail today from a little book company. I didn't bring the envelope in here. Maybe I would read the book company it came from. I'll try to link the info below, if I can remember. So I thought I'm going to start reading from this. And I'm just going to read excerpts from it. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Once a week? Every day? It's only 95 pages. It's a small book. It's not a big book. So if you like it, let me know. I'm just going to start in the front and just read. So I'm probably going to have to read ahead a little so I can figure out where to stop, you know. But I don't want them to be too long, you know. So what I thought I would do is just read the introduction today, because it's a page and a half maybe. Let me just read the contents because it's real short. Introduction, and then there's a chapter on character, and it says trustworthy and loyal. And then there's one that says mind. My vision's just got blurry on me. I was reading this 5 minutes ago. And it says obedient and cheerful. body, thrifty and clean, spirit, brave, and reverent. I think this is leading somewhere. And others, helpful, friendly, courteous, and kind. So I'm going to read from this. I'm going to read the introduction. I'm going to get me a pair of glasses because my vision just went all of a sudden. So let me go get a pair of glasses. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. And got me some coffee made. A little Yeti. Yeti don't send me nothing either, y'all. Neither does John Deere. Or, I can't remember who made the shirt. But I do remember a long time ago, because I'm fitting clothes I hadn't fit in a long time. I'm losing weight. I've lost about 60 pounds. Let me think. Yeah, about 60 pounds. And I bought this at Sportsman's Warehouse, I believe it was, when they were going out of business here in Huntsville. And everything was way cheap. And I think it even was a little bit small on me back then. But I was like, it's a really nice shirt. I could leave it unbuttoned or something if I had to, you know. But now it fits me pretty good. So I'm moving along. And I remember just going, that's a really nice brand. I have never been a check guy. I was always a solid color guy, but I kind of like this one okay. My wife says she likes it, so she's been digging clothes out for me. So we're going to read a little bit, and I got some coffee. And are y'all coffee people? I'm going to tell y'all a little bit. Never been a coffee person my whole life. Growing up, we weren't allowed to drink coffee. Then when I got old enough, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like the taste. And hunting, you know, at breakfast or whatever, my dad always get coffee. I'd get iced tea, even if it was 5 degrees outside. And he was always like, why don't you drink some coffee, son? You know, and I just never did my whole life. I was driving a truck, and I started drinking them little energy shots, and I don't know if they did anything. Maybe they did, you know. Trying to stay awake because I never slept. This is how my body got into shape. Well, it's part of it. And at some point, there was a lot of times I'd be coming south in Virginia and coming home to Alabama, and I'd be trying to get home so I could spend the night at home or whatever, my sleep time at home instead of up there, a couple hours away. And so there's a truck stop just as you go from Virginia into Tennessee, and I got to stop in there, get me a cup of coffee, and roll the window down, cold, and drink coffee, and it helped me make that last little leg, you know. And so I'll just milk and sugar it down, you know. And so I still do. But I'm actually getting around like, maybe I'll put a little less milk and sugar in there. I like fresh vanilla though, so my wife gets me fresh vanilla coffee. So I've been drinking coffee pretty much every day now. I would say I'm tired a lot, but people don't know what you mean, so I'll say I'm exhausted a lot. They still don't know what you mean. It's inexplainable. I just cannot motivate myself, and I'm a motivated guy, right? So me not being able to motivate myself to get up and do stuff is not normal for me. So I think the coffee's helped us some. I don't know, it might be making me more tired because, boy, if I get up and I don't get to doing something within a few hours, about noon, I'm ready to go lay down. Never been that way. Never took naps in my life. Now I'm like, man, I need to go lay down. If I just did what comes my body rhythm, I'd get up kind of early, about 5 o'clock, and do something till about 9 or 10 and go back to bed. And then get up about 6 or 7 in the evening and be up till 1 or 2, 3 in the morning. That's the rhythm that my body goes in. But I have a wife, and you know, she likes to see me sometimes. So I have to struggle against my own rhythm. Anyway, I will say this. Anyway, I'm gonna read a little bit of this book, and I'm gonna try to do this regularly. We'll see how it goes. So I've read the little, contents there, and I'm gonna read the introduction. And I got another idea too. If y'all don't know, I've made a character, Bulldog and Buck, on my little intro things that I do sometimes. And I'm thinking about writing children's book out of that and making videos. And I'm thinking about reading books to children, reading children's books. I got several in there that I'm thinking about reading. And I'm thinking about getting some dog paws, gloves, and maybe even a costume to read books to kids. Tell me what y'all think. It won't be cheap. The costume's at least $300, $250, $300 to get one made. So, and it may be more than that. That's just my quick eBay people that make costumes like that. I'm not a furry. I know I joke and say the canine side of my family, I'm not a furry, y'all. But I think it might be cool to do little videos for kids, and try them out on our grandkids, see how they like them. I think it'd be cool. I really think it'd be cool. So, hey, if y'all want to pitch in for anything like that, you can, PayPal me or something. I could use the help because I would really like to do that and see how it goes. All right, let me put some glasses on. I'll have to go and invest in me some good glasses that look all right. I used to have some nice Oakley glasses, and somebody got them. I'll just say that. I ain't calling no names. All right, so let's just see what this says in the introduction of the ScoutMaster's Minute. Ooh, let me clean these off better. A little bit. I did clean them off, but maybe not enough, I guess. My vision comes and goes. If you're diabetic, you might know what I mean. I was reading it just fine earlier with no glasses. All right, I'm a little blurry on my good eye. The Scoutmaster and leaders of youth, okay, as Scoutmasters and leaders of youth, we have the opportunity to share many exciting experiences with our scouts. From a hike in the woods to a swim at the local pool or creek. That's even better, y'all. We can enjoy the challenge of teaching them things like nature skills, first aid, life-saving, and personal development. But just as important, we have a responsibility to teach Scouts character, to help them develop standards and build values in their lives. It just reminded me of something my wife bought me. I asked for it, or said I wanted it one time, and she bought it for me, and it's George Washington's Rules of Civility and stuff like that. I may read that. I may read that to y'all. The scouting values are summed up in the Scout Oath and Scout Law. Every boy should be on his honor to do his best to do his duty to God and his country, and to obey the Scout Law. Now, y'all, his in this is in brackets. Wonder if that's from the original. It surely needed to be in there, didn't it? Every one of those is a his in brackets. Scouts are hims, y'all. Girl Scouts are hers. Boy Scouts are hims. We didn't used to have to explain this. Perilous times. Let me catch myself back up here. We need to teach Scouts to build their character, strengthen their values and standards, display courage, and stand for the right, believe in God, love their country, be kind and fair, and serve others. If you were a young boy, do you remember this? The best way to teach any kind of lesson is with my favorite thing, I bet, story. It's my favorite thing, y'all, stories. It doesn't matter how young or old we are, we like to listen to experiences of others, to the experiences of others. I'm often surprised at the many times I start to tell a story to a group of restless boys only to see them quiet down and give their complete attention. Good stories aren't hard to find. They're all around us. They regularly appear in the news and in sports, but we can also find them in history and in the lives of famous men and women. Also, many valuable stories can be drawn from our own personal experiences and the world around the boys. Even though a story may be the best way to teach a lesson, sometimes the opportunity presents itself for a thought-provoking question, a quote, or a poem. Boys love to be taught about the world around them, and they know it is important. They care about what's going on in the world, Scouts also like to know that others care about them. And they are becoming and who they are becoming. By taking a minute or two at the end of a meeting or around a campfire to share your values and ideals, you show the young men that you, as a Scoutmaster, care about them. Ben Wendel, who is the author of this awesome little book. And we're going to go through this thing. If you're a fellow my age and you got grandchildren, you got young boys, young grandsons, hey, girls can learn from this too. But we're men. And we know how to teach boys, because we were boys. And boys need different things than girls need. And we need women in our churches, in our schools, teaching young girls to be young ladies. And we need men teaching young boys how to be young men. And I'm going to go through this. And we're going to see what lessons we can gain from this. And those older guys, these are probably going to seem real familiar. We learned a lot of this growing up. A lot of this stuff was just in the air back then. Do y'all remember? Your dad taught you these things. And I don't know that they're being taught as much these days. But they need to be being taught. So play this for your young men, your boys. For you. Your older fellas, and play it for the younger fellas. Maybe pick this book up and read it to them. Give it to them to read. Build a campfire with them. Sit around and cook some weenies and some pork and beans and beanie weenies over the campfire. Teach them these things that we learned as young boys. That have changed our lives. And I'm going to be doing stories on here about my life, things I learned. A lot of my lessons came from my pop. That's my granddad, my dad's dad. So y'all will hear a lot about pop. But I'm going to end with that on this one. And I hope people find this. I hope they enjoy it. And I hope they share it. And I hope it does some good for all of us, and especially our young men out there, our boys, that need this stuff more than they ever have before. It's not in the air like it was when we were young. It's not on Andy Griffith. It's not on the TV and the music. It's not easily found. It's not just out there. What's out there is bad. It's literally demonic, y'all. We can turn this around through young men. We're seeing young men come to faith and come to church bigger than they have in generations. And the young ladies ain't following them yet. But I'm telling you, young men, if you will lead, those young women will follow, because they're looking for good men. They hunt men that are like them and then wonder why they can't find men that are good men. Because men and women are supposed to be different. God made us perfectly different. Young ladies, if you're watching this, you need to understand that that boy is supposed to be different from you. Women, that man is supposed to be different from you. Women, he's supposed to be different. He's not supposed to be like you. Men, your wife, your girlfriend, they're not supposed to be like you. Your sister, your mama, they're not supposed to be like you. They're supposed to be different. They're perfectly different. God made us perfectly different because we work together. And together, we we reflect his image more completely. You know, we're image bearers, right? We carry God's image. He made us in his image. Together, as male and female, we reflect his image more completely. These are just some things that have been forgotten, apparently, thrown away. I don't know. But we need to get a hold of them again. If we do, and we turn back to the Lord and we repent of our sins, he will heal our country. He told us he will. Our world. It's up to us. And men, God made us to lead. He didn't make women to lead. He made women to take care of. He made us to lead. Lead. Be a leader. If you don't know how to lead, learn. You can talk to me. I'll teach you how to be a leader. There's men all around you. Us older guys know stuff. We've lived through it. All right? We've made mistakes you're making right now. So, find wisdom. All right. That's it for today. And I'm going to tell y'all, remember, keep your powder dry, because the muskets don't work unless that powder's dry. Keep your blade sharp. Knives don't cut unless they're sharp, y'all. Because we're living in perilous times. And we can bring us back closer to God and closer to his desire. We're seeing his prophecy being fulfilled right now. We're living in the last days. And we need to be on it. We need to be bringing people to the Lord at every chance we get. And hey, we might turn this around. God might delay the end. We don't know, because we don't know when his day and hour is. We just know he gave us a bunch of signs, and he said, look for these signs to know what season you're in. Y'all, it's looking like fall is fixing to head into winter. If we want to bring it back to spring, we better get on it. All right. God bless each and every one of you, and I hope God blesses you with everything you need. And maybe even a little bit of you what you want. Maybe it's this little old tennis knife that I just showed. That video be coming. I'm going to put this one out first. Maybe it's this book. Maybe this is what you need right now. All right. If not, at least come back and I'll be reading it. All right. Y'all let me know in the comments down there. You want me to read this a little bit every day? Once a week? That's max. That'd take me a year to get through it. So I may just read a little bit of this every day. Y'all let me know if you liked it, if you'd like me to read it. I'm going to read it if you like it or not. But, I mean, because who knows? Somebody 5 years from now might find this daggum little old video of me and need this. So the Lord led me to it. He led me to Griffith Watch Company and Ralph at Griffith Watch Company. And Ralph sent me this book. And I'm going to follow his lead in everything. He led me to Griffith Watch Company. See, I was just going, wow, these are cool watches that the Lord put in front of me. These are nice watches. I could actually afford one of them. And he led me to this book through Ralph, who I found because I found Griffith Watch Company, because the Lord brought it to me. There are no coincidences, y'all. And everything's for a purpose. All right. I'm going to get me a little coffee, do some videos, and see y'all later.
came creeping late on a Friday night, looking for some trouble, looking for a fight. He crossed the line at BullDogSmithFarms, didn't hear the sirens, didn't hear the alarms. He found out quick, it's the Bulldog way. He won't be walking home today.